Many people may have seen tornadoes in Hollywood movies, but in reality, about 65 tornadoes occur annually in the United States. How do tornadoes form, and how dangerous can they be? What is the difference between a tornado, hurricane, typhoon, and cyclone? A tornado is a tunnel of clouds that spins and moves from the sky to the ground. Most tornadoes are weak, but some can be so powerful that they leave nothing. If we look at the world map, tornadoes can be found on every continent except Antarctica, though they vary in intensity. Around 2,000 tornadoes are recorded globally each year, with 1,300 of them occurring in the US, making them the most dangerous compared to the rest of the world. In the US, there is a region where nearly 800 tornadoes occur annually, which includes Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. This region is known as Tornado Alley, where the conditions for tornadoes are perfect. But before understanding why tornadoes form mainly in this area, we need to know how tornadoes are created. Tornadoes usually form during thunderstorms, specifically a special type called a supercell. If you look at most pictures of tornadoes, a common feature is the supercell. A supercell forms when the wind direction at ground level is different from that in the sky. Between these two opposing winds, a wind tunnel forms, which causes the air to move in a circular pattern. Initially, this wind tunnel is horizontal, which doesn't cause any damage. But if the wind tunnel is over an area with evaporating water, the water vapor moves upward and slowly shifts the wind tunnel from horizontal to vertical, altering the situation entirely. It then becomes a spinning supercell. The supercell becomes more intense as the evaporating water continuously gathers, increasing the size of the storm. Because the winds in a supercell are spinning rapidly, the evaporating water rises and spirals upward in a funnel shape, forming a funnel cloud. Some supercells can produce one or more funnel clouds. If the cycle of evaporation continues without breaking and the temperature inside the funnel cloud drops enough, water vapor turns into droplets which then weigh down the cloud, causing it to touch the ground. Once this happens, the funnel cloud becomes a tornado. The winds inside a tornado can reach speeds of up to 480 kilometers per hour, enough to lift anything in its path, including streetlights, signboards, trees, windows of buildings, and even roofs of houses. The winds are so powerful that they can pick up humans and animals, throwing them far away, and they can even change the direction of vehicles. As the tornado travels, it continues to toss all these objects, causing more destruction. In Tornado Alley, all the conditions for tornadoes are easily met. Humid winds from the Gulf of Mexico move northward, while winds from the Pacific Ocean and the Gulf of California, after passing over mountains, cool down and increase in height. The winds from the west intersect with those from the south, creating a wind tunnel. Because the winds from the Gulf of Mexico are warm and humid, the water vapor rises and forces the wind tunnel to become vertical, making it easier for a supercell to form. As the supercell grows larger with more water vapor, the chance of funnel clouds and tornadoes forming increase. This is why Tornado Alley, which includes Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, experiences the highest number of tornadoes, with about 800 occurring annually. Now let's talk about hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. These are also types of tropical storms, but they have different names depending on where they form. For example, storms in the Northwest Pacific Ocean near Japan, South Korea, and the eastern Russian border are called typhoons. These storms are essentially the same, but their names differ based on their location. However, when comparing these storms to tornadoes, there are significant differences. The biggest difference is their size. A hurricane can stretch up to 1,600 kilometers, whereas the largest tornadoes have a maximum size of just 2 kilometers. But when it comes to destruction, tornadoes are just as deadly as hurricanes. The most powerful hurricanes, categorized as Category 5, have wind speeds of up to 250 kilometers per hour. However, the fastest recorded tornado had a speed of over 480 kilometers per hour, which is more than twice the speed of a Category 5 hurricane. Another difference is that hurricanes can be predicted up to 36 hours in advance, while tornadoes can only be forecasted about 13 minutes before they strike, making tornadoes much more sudden and unpredictable. For instance, on the evening of May 3rd, 1999, a tornado suddenly struck Oklahoma City at 6:02 p.m. Initially categorized as a Category 4 tornado, it quickly intensified into a Category 5. After 85 minutes of wreaking havoc, causing $1 billion in damage and killing 36 people, it finally stopped. This was the most powerful recorded tornado in history, known as the Bridge Creek Moore tornado. On the same day, 71 other tornadoes struck 5 states within Tornado Alley. In another unusual event on November 25, 2018, tourists near Koh Lipe Island in Thailand observed not 1, not 2, but 4 tornadoes touching the ocean at once. While water tornadoes aren't usually as powerful as those on land, they can still easily overturn boats or other objects in their path. While these storms cannot be stopped, the damage they cause can be minimized. Weather satellites track storms in the ocean every 5 minutes, gathering data about the storm's direction, speed, and intensity. This information helps meteorological departments make predictions and alert local authorities in advance. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share it, and thank you for your kind comments. We'll meet again in the next exciting video.